world number one, Magnus Carlsen. Magnus, congratulations on a great match victory. And the first question I have to ask you is the question that everyone wants to hear the answer to. Why did you change your shirts 2 times?
Yeah, the first time I just didn't have time to change after I came back because I came back to the house a little bit later than I intended to. And then the second time, I had just forgotten that I was intending to wear this shirt. So then I changed again.
I gotcha. Well, it seemed like your play at the start, it was one nap before the first break, and then things started picking up for you. What would you say was the turning point of that match?
Honestly, I came into this match like feeling really, really poor. Like I was barely able to sleep last night, so I kind of expected to play poorly. And honestly, I think I had my play was sort of consistently quite meh throughout. So I don't feel like too much changed. I mean, especially my play in time travel was abysmal, but I think like that's one of the things, like when you're not feeling top at your top level, like your instincts are just not there. So oh well, that's okay. Like this was I figured like the way that I was with the kind of day I had today, then this would be like, you know, the day.
And Magnus, oh, it seems like we might have seen him freeze there. We will update you shortly if we are able to get him back. Just give us a moment as we deal with some of the technology happening from Magnus's quarters. But in the meantime, we got a couple thoughts from Magnus. And Magnus here, I mean, Magnus, how does it feel that your substitute was Danny Wrench?
What? Yeah, I mean, Danny was doing commentary, so I guess that's natural.
Well, Magnus, I guess you probably expected this was coming. You can share what you do or don't want to, but you said coming in you didn't have that great sleep. I'm sure you've watched the interview or at least heard about it. Is how are you feeling about everything that happened with Hans winning his match and saying what he did in the interview?
Yeah, I mean, I did hear about him saying what he said in the interviews. That's okay. Nothing like particularly uh, new or surprising. I've sort of said my piece on camera in a documentary that it's coming at some point. So, like, apart from that, I don't want to particularly elaborate.
Okay, well, he is your next opponent, and if he were any other person, I'd ask you the same question. I mean, how do you feel going into Paris and having him to face off against you in the semifinals?
Yeah, he's playing quite well. Um, I think if I like have a decent day, I'll probably win without too many issues. But I mean, it's something that a lot of people want to see, obviously. So I guess it's gonna be exciting for some. But I mean, it's no secret that I would have wished for another opponent.
And I guess you seem to be making your feelings quite clear here. But do you think that it comes at a psychological cost to play against him, given what's transpired between you two?
Yeah, I mean, we're here, so try and make the best of it. Um, but you know, it is what it is.
Okay, and Magnus, I guess to go back to your opponent from today's match, there was this clip from Chess Base India of after you beat Arjun in the Rapid in Kazakhstan just earlier this week, where he came up to you, wanted to go over the game. What do you have to say about Arjun Erigaisi and his improvement as a chess player?
I think he's shown tremendous improvement over the last couple of years, and I do appreciate that he's a kid who's um, quite respectful and always trying to learn and be better. So I wish him nothing but success.
And Magnus, a non-chess question from me: have you been following the Olympics, and if so, what's been your favorite thing to watch thus far?
Um, yeah, I've been following a little bit. My favorites are probably track and field, basketball, and golf when that was on.
Okay, well, I know the U.S. is playing Serbia now, so I'll just ask you a couple chat questions before I let you head to watch that, I assume. But a question from Orama is: how are you preparing yourself for the Olympiad in September?
Well, at the moment, I'm not. Um, but it's always fun to represent my country. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I mean, at the moment, there's a lot of other things that are going on both on and off the board. So I haven't had time to focus on that. But it's the Olympiad is always a fun event.
Yeah, understood. And you said you enjoy representing your nation. We just talked about the Olympics. A second chat question is from Master Chief Zod, who wants to know if you think that chess should be added to the Olympics.
I generally think that there should be fewer sports in the Olympics rather than more. I feel like the Olympics should be. I mean, I know this is not going to happen because that's not the way the money goes. But uh, if I was in charge, I'd make the Olympics sort of closer to its original idea, um, not just a world championship of every sport. And no, so I wouldn't welcome chess in the Olympics.
But if we went back to the originals, we wouldn't have those memes of the shooters and the Turkish guy, just with his hand in his pocket. You wouldn't miss all that.
Well, shooting is very relevant for war and sometimes survival. So shooting definitely belongs in the Olympics.
Okay, well, I just wanted to check because that
So
was like the
jokes on
viral
you.
sense. Well, I'm happy to be the butt of the joke. That's fine. Magnus, again, congratulations on a great match. You won, even if you said you weren't at your best form, and that means we'll see you live in Paris. So thanks so much for joining for the interview. Before actually I let you go, I just have one quick question. Tomorrow is Hikaru versus Jan. Hikaru usually the favorite in matchups he's playing when you're not the opponent. Do you think Jan has legitimate chances, and what would you rate them
I don't know, probably 5% at the most.
at? I guess you're
I
quite high
mean,
on.
that's just the reality. No, but honestly, that's just the reality. Like most of these matches are not going to be not going to be that interesting in terms of the final outcome. Like the road there can be very interesting, but usually these matches are like at most sort of fake closed at some point, like that it's tied or like a 1 point game at some point or something. But I mean, the sporting intrigue and well, if Jan plays anything like he's played the last few times he's played the speeches championship, like he has absolutely no chance. So yeah. But we'll see. Maybe he can conjure up something, but it's yeah. I mean, I wouldn't hold my breath.
Okay, well, we won't make you do that. Magnus, thank you for joining for this interview. I know it's getting late by you, so we'll we'll let you go. But thanks so much for stopping by, and congratulations again on the win.